Hi, in this video I'm looking at the Kryolan HD Micro Primer, as this one claims that it minimizes visible pores as well as fine lines. And it's also going to smoothen your skin as well as help you to make the makeup stay put. Now we will see if those claims are true. My name is Melissa van Dijk and let's get started. Now I'm going to demonstrate it to you at first on the back of my hand, because this is where you can feel it and also see it the best before applying it on your face and if you want to try something out. Now, before you're applying any primer or any makeup products, it still is very important that you're going to start off with a good moisturizer that's suitable for your skin type, so that you will achieve in general the best makeup result. And then make sure that you're also blending it evenly into the skin before moving on. And give it at least 30 seconds to sink into the skin before applying the next product, which in this case is the primer. And so once it has synced into the skin, we now can move on to the Kryolan HD Micro Primer. And this one does include perfume, which I have to say I'm a little bit disappointed, because I know that there are also primers on the market that don't include any perfume, but I don't mind the scent, as it smells really nice. And I haven't had any issues when it comes to applying it on my face, or my face didn't break out from the primer itself, so it's also very gentle to the skin. And I didn't really experience any peeling effects, which can happen with certain products, as it can be a little bit trickier. But this one goes on similar to a moisturizer, like it's so easy to apply, and I directly feel the difference, that it's going to smoothen any roughness and fine lines and just give it an even surface, which will make it so easy to apply any other makeup products later on top. And so I definitely see a difference. I also feel a difference, and now I just wanted to demonstrate it to you on my face as well. Now let's move on to the face. I do have to say that if you're wondering what has happened to my face right there, then I can link you to this video right here. This is when you're using the wrong skincare product, then something like this can happen if you're curious about it. But now when it comes to the primer, this also is the perfect opportunity to show you how it performs. Now I'm mainly going to use it through my T-zone, as this is where I have the largest pores, as well as also going over this area right here, as it still is a bit rough, and it also will smoothen this area. So I'm going to use a bit on my finger and then start applying it also on my face. Now I'm going to start off applying the primer on my cheeks, as this is where I have the largest pores, and this is also where I'm going to press the primer into the skin rather than blending it into the skin. And then with the rest of my face, when it comes to the rest of my cheek area, my forehead and chin area, this is where I'm just going to blend it over. And then you definitely can feel the difference. Like if you have textured skin, you feel that it will be smoother after you have used the primer, which is like gives you a beautiful effect later on. If you're going to use it as it is on its own, as you can do so, then you have a little bit more of a blurred finish, or you're going to use any BB cream or foundation on top. Now I've also taken some before and after shots where I did not use a primer, as well as where I used a primer, and you clearly can see a major difference, especially around my cheek area. Now moving on to the foundation, I'm going to use the Kryolan Derma Color Foundation, which is a cream foundation, and I'm applying it with a damp sponge. Now because I used the primer underneath, the surface is already smooth, which you definitely also will see once you are going to apply the foundation on top, or any BB cream, whatever you're using. And you either can use it only on the areas where you really need to, or you can also use it all over the face. Now I'm also going to use it especially around the area where I have that like major breakout, and I've noticed that if I'm using the primer also on that surface area, because it's in the healing process, and then using the foundation on top, it will make it look less obvious, because the cracked skin, because it's dry, will also be filled in like because I used the primer. And I've also taken before and after shots for the foundation as well, where you clearly can see how the primer performs underneath. And you clearly also can see that the major breakout area is a little bit smoother while I was using the primer. Now this is how the Kryolan HD Micro Primer performs, and this one will also cost you around 25 euros, which is not that high up in price, but it still is a bit pricey for the products that you can find elsewhere on the market. And as much as I love Kryolan, I do have one favorite primer, which is by The Ordinary, and it's the High Spreadability Fluid Primer. And this one just performs as the same way as the Kryolan one. The difference is the price, and it is also fragrance free. It will cost you around 6 euros, and I've also done a review on that one, which you can also find right here if you're interested in, as those are both silicone-based primers. Now this is also the review that I wanted to share with you guys. I do hope that you'll like it. If you did so, don't forget to give it a thumbs up as well as share it. And this is an independent channel, which means that I'm buying the products with my own money. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon in the next one. Bye!